So Sister Joy, amongst many other things, is a seasoned banker, a prolific writer and author, spontaneous MC, a public speaker, and a doting mother of two amazing boys. Being widowed at 31 was a painful eye opener for her. She rose above her pains to become a force for positive attitudinal change. Today, she's a ranking member of the Toastmasters Club, and she has a network called the House of Gladness, a network that reaches out to widows in distress and provides succor and support. Joy strongly believes that happiness is a choice, not an easy choice, but a necessary one. In her best-selling book, Finding Joy, The Process and the Person, she uses her astute writing skills to tell the world about her personality and the process of finding joy. And this morning, please welcome with me Sister Joy Eshimokai. I hope I got that correctly. Please, let's give a virtual, welcome, hugs, claps, and all of that. So Sister Joy, it's over to you right now.
Hello, everyone. Do we have just mothers on this call, or they're male and female as well? Do we have daddies on this call, or just mothers?
I think we're mostly mothers now on this call presently. Our daddies.
I think because of that scripture that says that a child that doesn't turn out right is a shame to the mother. So it's like women are much more interested in parenting than men. But I think we could get our husbands involved. We can sell them the fact that they need to be present, intentionally present in the lives of our children. Right. Very important. Parenting is not a mother's job alone, unless, of course, like me, you find yourself in a position that you have to play both roles. All right. So hello, everyone. My name is Joy Eshimokai. That bio. Well, I was the one whose face appeared on that bio, but I'm not sure it's my bio. I am who I am by the grace of God, and everything was not captured there. I'm also a teens teacher, and so this particular topic, godly and fun entertainment for young children and teenagers, is something that I like to talk about. Just last week, Thursday, I spoke to teenagers on self-esteem, self-validation, as well as there's a third topic, understanding sexuality, in the ongoing junior Bible school in my church. So we also talked about, I talked about this godly fun and entertainment, and I'm just going to share a bit of what I shared with them, with you. That one, I was talking to teenagers. So I'm a teens teacher in my church, and I love teenagers a lot. They amaze me, they intrigue me. So I read a lot about them. I also have a preteen and a teenager in my house. I have two boys. One is going to be 15 shortly, and the one is 12, almost 13 by next year. Anyway, he likes to be called a teenager already. They're always in a hurry to grow up. So these days we're losing young people in churches, in our homes. We're losing them because we're trying to raise godly children, but we make serving God very, very weird and very hard and difficult. They can't just relate. They find serving God has become a chore. So I want you to think deeply now as parents. Would your children serve your God? Would your children serve your God? Think about it. Would your children serve your God? Would they love your God? Are you showcasing your God well to them? Let's meditate on that question. Seriously. It's something that I thought about. I thought long and hard about before I'm asking you. So it's food for thought as well for me. Are you a reflection of your God? Will your children love to serve your God? If you're away, if you're not around, will your children want to serve your God? Will they continue the things that you teach them? It's okay to teach. It's okay to teach. It's very important to teach. But will they serve your God? And so in churches now, we make serving God very dull for our children. Our children are mostly these Gen Zers. They are the tech natives, and you can't catch their attention for very long because of technology. That's where they learn, that's where they thrive. So you can't get their attention for long. So what are those godly forms? What are those fun ways that you teach them about God? What are those fun entertainments that you make them learn, or you teach them, or that you even model yourself? Do you model godly entertainment? Now, Ecclesiastes, I'm going to be saying, what does the Bible say about godly entertainment? In Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 15, the Bible tells us to have fun and enjoy life, the life that God has given us. So the Bible encourages us. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to be entertained. It's okay, but later I'm going to share with you what we should not do. But now I'm just going to say, what does the Bible say about having fun? In Proverbs 17:22, the Bible says, a merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. A merry heart. That tells us that is a heart that is having fun. Is a heart that is joyful. Is a heart that is, I always say to my friends that the best gift you can give to your children is to be a happy parent. If you are not a happy parent, something is wrong. The home might just become somewhere that the children do not even want to come to. God forbid. You know, so you need to be happy yourself. You need to have a merry heart. The children need to be able to see the home as somewhere that is safe, as an environment that they can come to anytime, open, naked, and unashamed, happy. Sorry, just give me a moment.
You're muted, Sister Joy.
Yes, I had to go tell my landlords in the house that they are interfering with my teaching. They are having some
okay.
they are watching a match right now, so I'll not hear the last of it. All right, so a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit, another interpretation, says that it dries the bones. All right, so quickly I'm going to say, what are the importance of play? So this godly entertainment is mostly play. Godly fun is play. So because I'm talking about children as well as teenagers, I'd like to just put it as play. Okay, so play, what is play? Just basically having fun, relaxing. And the importance of play for children cannot be overemphasized. The importance of play. It helps them in their development, especially for young children. The development, you know. If you ask me, the reason why we in our days were not interested in going to school was because school was not fun. Now children, as a matter of fact, when I just had my son like 15 years ago, he was so excited going to school. I was like, what has changed? You know, I think the world opened their eyes to the fact that children can play while learning or learn while playing. So the two are just intertwined. You learn, it helps their brains. It helps their brains to develop and all of that. So the importance of playing with your children are, one, playing together is one of the most effective tools for building strong connections with your children. So if you want strong connection with your children, you need to play with them. Play with them, play with your children, relax. What is the matter? Play with your children. Leave work at the office. Come to the house, play with your children, get down on your knees, play with them. Have fun with them, be intentionally present. Intentionally create.
Please unmute.
Okay, so intentionally create memories with your children by playing with them. And by playing with them, you get deeper connections with your children. I found that because I'm a woman raising boys, I have to find a way to play with them to connect. Because sometimes there's just this disconnect. Oh, mommy, you don't understand. Mommy, you don't understand. I've had to learn how to play video games, even though I'm still awful at it. I've learned to I know everything I know about soccer, about footballers, who is being bought and who is being sold and who is getting on a team is from my children. So I try to get interested in what they do, in what they see as fun. All right. So you may playing adds joy, vitality, and resilience to your relationship with your children. As a matter of fact, in any relationship, play, even with your spouse, play adds joy and vitality in your relationship. All right. So play also heals resentment and hurts. Children learn to trust you, and it creates a very safe environment for your children when you play with them. Like I said earlier, it makes your children feel special and loved. All right, so play helps motor skills in children, mental development in children. Their brains develop faster for children. And for teenagers, they get bored easily. So play helps them keep them alive, keeps them vibrant. All right, it enhances their creativity. All right, so children learn a lot by having fun. It improves their creativity, it helps their imagination. Then I'll just go straight to this part. Our world has become more and more perverse. And so play has moved from outdoor, like we know it from our age, all right, from our generation. Play has moved from outdoor to more of indoor play, indoor games, video games, anime, all sorts, TikTok, different sorts. Everything now is now indoors and is strictly on technology. Virtual this, virtual that. In this era that play has moved from that point, I need for us, parents that are raising godly children, to intentionally move them back outdoor. Get do something outdoor, play soccer. Let the children play soccer. Let them watch soccer. Let them play soccer. Let them grow a garden. Intentionally reduce their screen time, because I'll come to that. Intentionally move them from indoor to outdoor. Intentionally make them learn social skills, because these days you go to a children's gathering, everybody is holding a phone. Everybody's head is like this. How do they learn to relate with other children? How do they learn to make friends? So for me in particular, I don't think, staying glued on your phone is the way to be. Bible says if you want to have friends, you should first be friendly. And these children need to have friends. That's why you see a lot of children, because they have become so addicted to having fun on screen. They no longer make friends. And then they get to a space, they are unable to blend with other children. They are unable to socialize. They are unable to meet people. And then those are the children that get depressed. Those are the children that become anxious. Those are the children that start hiding, and they're like, nobody likes me. Nobody wants me. Nobody, And so we need to intentionally make play godly. What is godly play? What is godly fun? What is godly entertainment? For me, it is simple. Entertainment that has God in it. Entertainment that is wholesome. Entertainment that is good. I have a scripture I wrote down here, Philippians 4:18, which says, finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So our play needs to be lovely, needs to be pure, needs to be admirable, needs to be right, needs to be noble, needs to be praiseworthy. So any fun that is outside of this, because it's not godly fun, all right, needs to be wholesome. And so what is wholesome fun? What is wholesome fun? Yes, thank you so much, Abiola. What is awesome fun? What is that awesome fun that negates it from the secular fun? Because these days, in our quest for fun, for entertainment, and I'm not just talking about entertainment for our children as well, I'm talking about entertainment for us as well. You know, so in our quest for entertainment, for relaxation, because the truth is that life is stressful, cannot come and kill ourselves. We need to let our head down sometimes and have fun. So even for us, what is godly fun? You know, in our search for entertainment and relaxation, we often accept the world's idea of fun, which can harm us or harm our children, or harm our relationship even with God. And so we need to clearly evaluate what we let into our children's life, what we let into our life, because the truth is that as godly parents, we are models. So we model this. I see a lot of parents just sit glued to Z World all day. Are watching Z World with your children. Z World. What exactly are they learning from Z World? I see some parents even discussing, they will be discussing. Big brother Niger, you are discussing with your child. What are you teaching that child? You need to see some parents when they are singing Naira Marley song with their children. I'm like, really? So what are you modeling? You're telling them that this is okay. What are you modeling as a parent, as godly entertainment? What are you teaching the children? I found that my kids they love to read. Samuel, my youngest son especially, loves to read. And it was nothing special I did. I just read, and I still read. Even though I don't have so much time from banking for reading, but I read every night before I sleep. I have books all around me. In fact, I don't read one book at a time. As I'm reading this one, I'm reading this one, I'm reading that. And I find that my children are so interested in reading. So sometimes parenting is so much about modeling. So what are you doing? You're watching Z World. That's what they will watch. That's what they will see as entertainment. Because the truth is that we're all products of our programming. We're all products of our programming. So whatever it is our parents modeled, most times that's the same thing we'll do. We may not have liked it though. We may still not like it, but we find us doing it. Except by the grace of God, if it's terrible habits, for us to break through them. I found that when I started raising the children alone, especially faced with the challenges of widowhood, I was yelling. I was a yeller. Boy, when I yell in this place, when I shout. And my second son is one that yelling affects a lot. He would shiver and withdraw. You know, my father was a yeller. And even though I didn't like it, I started yelling until I intentionally, I'm still work in progress, but I'm so far from where I was. So far, a world apart. So we're a product of our programming. So what are you programming into your children as godly fun? So let's evaluate that. And then phones. I see a lot of our parents give, I think parenting does the, their phones do the parenting for them now. You have a child who is like maybe 2 years old or even less, and they're just like, don't disturb me, take. Don't disturb me, take. It's not the phone that is parenting the child for you. Oh yeah, play this song. You go to YouTube, you go to wherever it is, and you see a child that as young as 1, as young as 2, they're stuck with phone. Why don't you give them a pen and a paper or a pencil, some drawing, whatever, some painting for the child to, express his creativity? Why phone? So later I'm like, hey, if I did that the phone, no. It's because I'm holding the phone, he's crying. Why won't he cry? You already got the child addicted to tech, addicted to phone. That's the entertainment you've taught the child. So yes, there will be. All right. So please, you can love your child and destroy your child. Yeah, you can love your child and destroy your child. You are the parent. You are the parent. So decide, is it phone that's the most you can do to get the child quiet, to get the child to leave you alone? Why don't you engage that child with something else? And so later we start, when they get to their teenagers and they can't take their eyes off the phone. It's just the same thing we do with dressing up our children. So you have a 6-year-old, you paint her lips, you do her makeup, you paint her nails, you do all sorts. And then she turns to a teenager, you wear her crop top. And then she becomes a teenager and you're saying, you can't wear that out. Why would she wear that out? She will wear it out though. You taught her. You said it was okay, right from when she was little. So it's okay. Why are you fighting it now? Dressing naked, that's how you've been dressing her. All right. So a lot of entertainment in our society today is. Am I still here? Can I just get a chat?
Absolutely, you're here, and we're having a whole lot of, information.
Awesome. Can I just get everyone say, all right, we are here? Just drop
we're
a fire
here,
emoji,
we're
something.
here, we're here, we're here.
Okay, so a lot of our entertainment now in the media, in the papers, everything is now porn. Ordinary Indomie, ordinary mini chin chin is now porn. They will have to show someone whose stomach is rolling, who this is, everything is sexy. So we need to be careful how much of the screen we expose to our children. How much screen? If you're giving a phone to a child that is less than 18 for any reason, you've given your child that is less than 18 a phone for any reason whatsoever, because some parents will tell me, oh, online school, there's laptop, go and buy laptop now. If you've given your child that is less than 18 a phone for any reason, you need to retract that phone back. And you need to give them an education, a media education. You need to give them the proper, in fact, when you collect the phone, first apologize. Then give them education before you give them the phone. Please don't just give a phone to your child. There's so much there. Parenting is war. Parenting is war, and you need to war with knowledge. Bible says, my people perish. It didn't say Satan's people. It said, my people. That's us. Godly parents, godly people, the righteous, the chosen. He said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Please don't parent your children without knowledge. Please don't give them a phone without, first of all, arming them with knowledge. Let me move from that. So a lot of people are warring for the souls of our children. Is it the LGBT? You need to hear their anthem. They said they are coming for children. So you cannot say, oh, what's that? It doesn't happen in Nigeria. It go shock you. It go shock you. So you need to war with knowledge. You need to war with knowledge. All right. So a lot of our society, big time, man, a lot in our society now, BB Niger, porn, everything on TV is porn. Z-word, porn. Romantic, just in case you don't know what it can do to your child, it will put, I don't know how many of us here, red Mills and Bones, red Ikebe Super, red, see, what it does, it perverts or changes what romance or what love is supposed to be, so we start thinking everything as fantasy. It affected the love lives of Mills and Bones that we read, affected the love lives of so many people. You're now thinking, oh, it has to be like this, so when it's not like this, it does not love me. Hello. So if you think that, you know, these things do not affect, it affects. So they are just looking for drama. Some people are in relationships or in marriage. They're just looking for drama. It's just drama. Drama and games. Do you understand? It's because of these things that they are exposed to as entertainment. So recently I saw a message. I don't know if it was Nicki Minaj or one of those American artists that said she's crying for help because her music activates demon. So yes, when it comes to music, you know how you sing a Mercy Chinwo song and the glory of God comes down. You sing a Dusin Oyeko song and God's glory overwhelms you and the Spirit of God takes over. That's how all those other music too, they used to come. They are people. Yeah. The same way God's glory comes down. That's how a devilish song invokes demons. So we can model the kind of music that our children should be interested in. You can model that. You can teach them how to know music that blesses them and not music that invokes demon. All right, so books as well. You know, all these are also, they are fun entertainments that have been perversed. Fun entertainment. So we can choose the one to listen to. How do we know? We use the acid test of Philippians for it. Of Philippians 4:18. 4:8. That's the acid test for checking if entertainment is godly and is awesome. That's it. That's the acid test. So you look, okay, this movie where I want to watch now, or this movie that I want to give to my children to watch, is it lovely? Is it pure? Is it noble? Is it right? Bibi Naija, your child watching Bibi Naija, your teenager, you and the teenager discussing. Oh, yesterday, Alex kissed Messi. Yes, now. So you discussing that, is it pure? Is it right? Is it right? All right. So there are dangers of exposing our children to godless fun, and I've talked about a few. All right. So one of them that caught my attention a lot and that worries me is that these children can come to see the Bible, God, and Christianity as a whole, as irrelevant to human existence. Now, what Christendom is battling is children. See, when I'm telling you these things, don't think that it's not in Nigeria. It's happening in Nigeria. Their parents. So my friends, I have a lot of parents and teens coaches around me. So the teen coach, who is my friend, says that there's a particular child who was sent abroad to school and the parents had to withdraw him because he's saying there's no God. There's no God. What informed this decision? All right. So it also puts impure, perverse sexual thoughts and perverse sexual orientation. They get to accept witchcraft and evil and horror. The moment I realized that Ben 10 was a witch movie or witch series, I stopped my children from watching it from a tender age. I don't understand why somebody will be doing like this and be changing to different things. Now, witchcraft, they don't craft for that place, small. Do you understand? So we need to be woke, we need to be alert, we need to be wise to discern, because the world is going crazy. And so we need not just war with knowledge, we need to be alert, we need to be smart, we need to be wise, we need to be sensitive. Very important. And so let's evaluate what we let into our children. Psalm 101, one of my scriptures for tonight, Psalm 101 verse 3 says, I will set I will set before my eyes no vile thing. I will set the A part. I will set before my eyes no vile thing. All right, so I'll quickly go into fun activities that we can engage with our children. Don't forget, I said you should play with your children. Always play with your children. Do videos, do funny videos, dance with them, sing a song, be silly with them. Let them remember these things. They are the connections that they are those things that keep you connected to your children, because before you know it, parenting is an 18-year job, from 0 to 18. After 18, they are gone. After 18, they are adults, they are gone. All right, so it's an 18, you can't be parenting an 18-year-old, forget it. The time you should do it is 0 to 18. After 18, forget it. Forget about it. So what you plant in them now, the memories you keep in them now are those things that form with connection with your children. So I have a list of short activities. Are we still here? Are we still here?
Yeah.
All right, so I have a list of some activities that you can do with your children. It's not limited to this, but the activities that I personally think are wholesome, are pure, are of good reports, are lovely. All right. So, like I said earlier, you can do videos. You can do videos with your children. You can sing a song with your child or children. You can do karaoke. You can do drawing the sword. You can, and these are things we should also inculcate in churches, just in case we have teens or children's teachers here as well. Inculcate it in church activities. I find that my teens in church are doing a lot of these activities, and it's making church fun. These children want to come to church because they're having fun. So you see, all those things that you complain your teenager is doing that, is getting addicted to phone, pornography, all manner. See, any child that is involved in wholesome activities, in church activities, you will not see them there. They will not be a part of it, because now the way a child's mind works is that they just want to have fun. They just want to be thrilled. So give them fun, but give them fun intentionally that will build them up. Intentionally put those things before them. All right. So you can sing along. You can watch movies. Of course, they can also watch movies. So the thing about movies is that for me and my boys, we choose the movie we want to watch. And that movie must have something we're going to talk about later. It must have a moral. It must have something we're learning, and we will talk about it. So in my home, we have a structure. We have movie nights, especially this holiday period. We have movie nights, we have game nights, we have jokes nights, we have, in fact, plenty. We have jokes. So we get to do stand-up comedy and all of that. It's just fun, wholesome activities that everybody can engage in, and it bonds the family together. You can cook together with your children. You can teach them a new meal. You can teach them one of your village soup. You can teach them. So my boys cook. So before my kids, when my kids were still little, there was a woman who was living, I was living in a block of flat. There was a woman who was living above my flat, and she had 3 boys. And this woman would just fold her legs when the boys are around, and they will cook for her. The younger son will be like, oh, I just learned this in school, and they will cook, and she will just relax. So one day, I liked it. I loved it. Somebody said, you have boys. Boys that used to help anybody. Boys that used to cook. I said, it's a lie, my boys will cook. Now my boys used to cook. I will fold my leg, I will have breakfast in bed. I have breakfast in bed. They can cook, boys can cook. I told them, ab initio, that cooking does not come preloaded in a vagina. As a matter of fact, the best chefs in the world are men. Go and check it. They are men. That's why there's chef, there's no chef ring. Chef is male. You should go and check it out. Chef is male. All right. So you can go on family picnics, on family dates. These days that everybody's interested in phone, please drop your phone. As a matter of fact, in the house, have like a phone rule. When you come to the house, let's have the time we drop our phone and have phone. If not, we can be so distracted, even us as parents, by our phone. Oh, I'm doing a class online. Oh, I'm going to drop that phone. Leave that thing. Game time. Have game time, have story nights where you get to share stories. You can also share stories of their birth with them and make it fun, make it dramatic. You can watch or play sports. Always engage your children in sports. Let your children be interested in sporting activities. It's very important. It's very, very important. It's very good for the children. Instead of it's been found that a lot of children who get addicted to drugs are children who are not involved in any sporting activities. Go and check it. Hardly when they are active. Children have energy, but let them burn it. Give them avenues to burn that energy, or else they'll become a problem. Grow a garden. If you have a place, you can grow a garden. Learn new skills. Recently, my friend sent her daughter to a catering school. She did not want to learn how to cook. Now every day she's cooking something in the house. As soon as she sent her to that school, she's cooking every day. She's cooking something in the house, something new to test. All right. So painting and drawing. Oh, you need to see the paintings that my second son does. Is so good. He's very creative. Yeah, painting and drawing, very important. That child that you are just giving phone to, oh yeah, take and stop disturbing me. Try giving that child paper and pen. Try giving them a pencil and say, oh yeah, draw. And when they draw, encourage them. Tell them it's beautiful. That's how Samuel's there drawing. And Samuel is the best in his class. He is. And so write stories. Write stories. Engage them. Tell them to write a story. Engage them intentionally. Study the Bible with them and please make it fun. Let it be fun. Let it be fun. Let the Bible be fun. Other people are teaching them. Do you know I read a book, Not My Child. Yeah, Not My Child. Yes, that's the title of the book, Not My Child. If you see what they make them do in school, and they make satanic worship interesting. Why is godly fun not interesting? Why are we making serving God so difficult for our children and teenagers? Make it fun. Have fun in the presence of God. Kilode. Drawing the sword, I said it earlier. Sing a song together, karaoke, go camping. My children just came back from camp. They were there for a week. And for this go camping, some parents don't release their children. A lot of parents, you hold on to your children, you want to tie them to your waist, Abi. You hold on to your children, and then those children that you hold on to, you now release them to go to Canada or to the UK to go to school. Ngwanu, we're done. You will ship them back. Yes, now. You did not release them here. It's abroad. Lion will eat them in Nigeria, but abroad, nothing will eat them. I am sorry. Go hiking, go cycling, exercise with them, take walks, start a hobby or a business, read scriptures together, make it fun, make Bible or devotion time interesting, have a timetable for everyone to participate, because these children, if you're always the one talking, they will log off. Only you'll be talking and hearing yourself. So sometimes just draw up a timetable. Ask them to draw up a timetable for fun activities too. You'll be shocked what they'll do. Have them draw up a timetable for food, for a meal plan. And anyone they put there that they cannot cook, they will learn it. They will cook. You will sit down and you will eat. Children's food is sweet, though. The food your child makes for you, very sweet. As what's his name? Isaac. All right. So finally, okay, so this list is not exhaustive. I'm sure you can think of other things, right? Teach them to speak your language. Teach them different things. Teach them to sing a song in your language. Something, there's always fun. Create the fun, all right? Then finally, let's reduce the time our children spend on screen. Reduce it intentionally. Do other things and reduce, screen time, and make them understand. Reduce screen time. Have a schedule for when TV comes on in your house. Have a schedule for when TV comes on. See, these children understand boundaries, and if you don't set them, they will test you. So have a schedule for TV time. Okay, so we don't watch TV in this house from Monday to Friday. Background, they will adjust. Background from Monday to Friday, consequences, put consequences down. Don't have to be yelling and shouting. You know what they like. Put consequences for anyone that turns on the TV when it's not time. Do a carrot and cane sort of rewards, have a reward system in your house. All right. Then there are some teenagers that is this is something I talked about, and I'm rounding up. I have 2 minutes to just round up. All right. So there are some teenagers that live on the streets of social media. That's where they live. Young teenagers, young children, some are even preteens. They live on the streets of social media. Now, what it does is that for any child who is, and let's not get it twisted, there's a difference between being tech savvy and being social media savvy. Now, 2 different things. So you get some people, then savvy social media where they are not technologically savvy. Can I get an amen in this house? Being tech savvy is different from being social media savvy. So don't get it twisted that, oh, my children are missing. They can be tech savvy and not social media savvy. And they are 2 different things. In fact, the children that are doing tech, all those technology, all those children doing, starting all those tech companies that are making billions and billions. Trust me, most of them don't even do social media. Please, how many times do you see Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook? Now we get the Facebook. How many times do you see the people that actually these techie people bringing out these innovations? How many times do you see them on social media streets? No. Let's teach our children not to be consumers. Let's teach them to be the ones that are producers. Let's stop this consumer culture thing. You have to be consuming. You have to be on TikTok. You have to be on Instagram. And so many teenagers are just left on their own, given a phone, and then left on the streets of TikTok, of Instagram. Recently, I heard that a child committed suicide, and then the parents were suing. The kid don't die. They were suing TikTok for that. A 10-year-old committed suicide. I don't know if you knew about this choke yourself or something challenge. There was a challenge on TikTok that you have to choke yourself and then you faint, and they have to monitor and see when you wake up. And this child choked herself, and she died. She didn't come out from the choke. I said, we need to be very, very sensitive. The devil is out on the prowl. The devil is out on the prowl and is using these fun things. He's using these entertainment thing. He's using the media to get to the children. Our children will not be gotten because our children's head are stronger than the head of the enemy. They can't get our children. But also, we need to war with knowledge. We cannot just sit there and say, God forbid, God forbid. God forbid is not a parenting strategy. God forbid is not a parenting strategy. Let's get our children are getting too addicted to entertainment. We need to teach them that too much of everything is bad. And we can do that by setting that schedule I told you about. So in our house, TV doesn't come up till it's 5 p.m. TV doesn't come up, even though it's 5 p.m. and you're not done with your chores. TV cannot come on. All right, so let's set those boundaries and follow them. The children are actually waiting for you to set those boundaries, and they need for you to see that you respect them. Respect your own boundaries that you set. And say, okay, now, okay, no problem. Go on. Set them. Be serious. Parenting is not for loafers. All right. So most children have entertainment addiction because at a very young age, like I mentioned earlier, they are given phones. So they are just addicted. Everything na flex. Everything na flex. You know, there's something called entertainment addiction. There's something called TikTok addiction, YouTube addiction. In fact, the addiction now, not before drug only, no before there's entertainment addiction, there's TikTok addiction, there's YouTube addiction, and you know, any addiction of any kind does the same thing to a child. It kills the part of the brain they use for learning. Simple. Now only fun. Now go there inside the place. It sends dopamine. It gives them this dopamine fix. Hey, if I don't do it, I'm not okay. If I don't do it, I'm not okay. Any type of addiction, pornography, phone addiction, entertainment, TikTok addiction, YouTube addiction, drug addiction, it does the same thing to the brain. So it is our responsibility as parents to model godly fun to our children. And bad fun can cause depression, can cause anxiety, in extreme cases, suicide, like that one I shared with you about TikTok. So our children shouldn't be exposed to excess fun. We should teach them by that schedule that so much of everything is bad. Even God will not be happy with us if we're always just having fun. Where's the time to study? Where's the time to create intimacy with Him? Where's the time to talk to Him? Where's the time to pray? Where's the time to war? Because life is not all about fun. There is war, there is fight. So as parents, we cannot win this war for our children's life, just sitting there and just hoping. God will not parent for us. It is our responsibility to nurture, to parent these children that He has given to us. It is our responsibility. And we cannot leave it to chance. So we need to be intentional. We need to be intentional about fun. We need to be intentional about entertainment. And we need to create these avenues of godly entertainment for our children to thrive, for our children to be ahead of their peers, for our children to make impact and not just be consumers. They should be producers. And God will help us in Jesus' name. Thank you so much, godly parents, raising godly children. I've had a great time. I hope you're blessed.
Thank you.
Please, let's unmute and say a word of thank you, the appreciation for our speakers this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I've
Thank
learned
you
so
for
much.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless
So do we have any questions
Thank
at all?
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so please let's have questions, comments, feedbacks generally. So this is the
Yes,
time.
please. Thank you.
Okay. Please, can we quickly take questions, contributions?
Comments.
Sister Fumi, would you like to say something?
I was actually about typing a question, so let me just say it out. Thank you so much, Sister Joy. So good to have you
Thank
on the
you.
call. Yes.
Thank you.
So I was just thinking about like secular music, like, you know, even with their parents, they struggle with it. I don't play it so much, but you hear it everywhere. And the music just sits in your brain there. Like, it's sometimes you want to begin to pray, you have to first of all set your heart and sort it out, you know. So I just think of like the children, how can we help? We don't listen to secular music at home, but everywhere out there that they go to, even when you go to kids' party, is there. You go to school events, is there. And as much as I might not feel comfortable with it as a parent, I can try to tell the kids. But ultimately, it just seems like a continuous battle that I just wonder, is this something I'll keep talking about till finally the child gets to the level of understanding themselves and just say, okay, yeah, I'm not comfortable with this kind of music too.
Yes.
So I just wanted you to talk a bit around the secular music because it's very strong nowadays.
Very strong. So I mentioned earlier that every music has something that it brings to the table. It's either it's blessing you, or it's taking away, or it's invoking demons, or bringing down God's glory. All right. So it's very important that we model the kind of music they should be listening to. Okay, I agree with you. You need to hear my son sing some of the songs that he hears in school, because whether we like it or not, they will mix with other children now. They will play these songs, they'll go for parties, they will hear these songs. But there's something called the law of repetition. Repetition. You're in your car, you're playing a certain kind of music. You can even have them have their own playlist. And by letting them have their own playlist, you're seeing the kind of songs they're interested in, and you're telling them, oh, this one is really nice. Because don't get me wrong, there's some songs that I listen to that are not from gospel artists, but they have good content, good lyrics. Do you understand? Lyrics that are pure, that are of good report, that are right. Do you get what I mean? Heal the world,
Yes,
make it a better place for you and for that's not a bad song. Do you understand? So there's a message it is preaching, and the message is a good message. So you teach them, oh, this is a good message. Do you know that demons are activated? Do you know that God's glory comes down through this song? Oh, this song. Oh, this song. I always have a playlist. In fact, all my music in the car, the children can sing all of them. So there's the law of repetition. The law of repetition. So keep repeating. Don't stop talking. Don't give up. Model it. It's not that you two now, you'll not be playing jing jing papa. You know what I mean?
I do.
All those ones that they will say,
so
do this, press this, touch this, and all of that. You know, it also unleashes lust, different type of things that this music unleashes. Demons, lust, different things. Pornography, true music. So let's just teach our children, let's teach them what is right. And Bishop Oyedepo says, you don't do what you like, you do what is right. So I said, as godly parents, we need to do what is right and not what we like. I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, you have. Thank you so much, Joy.
Thank you. Thank you for me.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. You know, I was having a conversation with one of us earlier this week, and we're talking about how we should probably change our community name from Parent Raising Godly Children to Godly Parents Raising Godly Children.
Raising Godly Children.
Absolutely, because it takes godly parents. We need to be godly ourselves. We need to model these things. Our children will do what we do, not what we say, because they are so smart. They are looking at you. They are like, are you even convinced about what you're teaching me, about these things you're telling me? Do you live it? Is it your own truth? So all the things, we must be convinced ourselves of the importance of living a godly life. And we need to model
modeling it
for our children. You know, it's a whole lot of responsibility on us, and it has to be sacrificial. There are so many things that we would need to let go. We will need to stop doing. And, you know, like I always say, that when you're raising godly children, you yourself, you will find in the process of raising my children, my relationship with God has deepened on many levels, because you need to also elevate your own spirituality. You talk about warring. Parenting is a war.
It's a war
of things that that's contending with our children, and we need to stand up for them. We need to be prayerful. We need to be worded ourselves. We need to be deep spiritually. We need to be discerning. We need to be sensitive. Absolutely. So thank you so much. I don't know if you can still take just one more comment before we call it a night. Any question or comments? Anyone, please? I know we've overshot our time. Sister Shola, would you like to say something? Sister Shola Lagbe?
Not today, ma. Thank you.
All right, because we know you're always contributing. Sister Nike, would you like to say something? Sister Nike is she's the one that brought Sister Joy on board. Thank you so much. We appreciate you connecting us with.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I'd like to just thank Sister Joy for a fantastic session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nike.
Thank you. I really appreciate you
Thank you,
cutting
sis.
short to actually
Thank you so
give it.
much. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for inviting me.
And we're coming for you again and again. God bless. I love your spirit. I love,
Thank you.
So thank you so much for, this session. God bless you. And I pray that God
God bless you.
In Jesus'
Thank
name.
you.
And that God
Amen.
continue you. I know you're doubling
Amen.
as the dad and mom for your children. The Lord has been helping you, will continue to help you and strengthen your hand.
Amen.
And it will
Amen.
help us in Jesus' name, help us of destiny.
Amen.
Jesus, we will not be ashamed by your
Amen.
children in the
Amen.
name of Jesus. Indeed, God will
Amen.
continue to be husband to you and will continue to be father to your son in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Shall be well with
Amen.
you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
God bless you, ma'am.
Amen.
So
Thank
much.
you so much.
So just in 30 seconds, let me quickly introduce our community. So we're Parents Raising Godly Children community. We're a community of parents and guardians. We're committed to carrying out the mandate of God to raise for him godly seeds on the earth who will fulfill God's agenda in their generation. The global vision of PRGCC is to create a learning platform and support system to help parents to raise godly children using biblical principles and creating awareness about current happenings in the world as affecting our children. We emphasize the importance of creating enabling ambience in our home and intentional parental involvement in the lives of our children and words for them to thrive. We meet online just like today. We meet online once every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. However, during the week, we usually engage on the group. We have a WhatsApp group where we talk about everything parenting, everything godly, whatever we see on social media that is happening that we need to talk about. So we share and we learn from one another. And we also have some boys that we're mentoring at correctional centers. So we reach out to orphanages and correctional homes to mentor some children. But however, we're still believing that we'll be able to take our gospel to schools, to be able to engage students, parents through the PTA and school authorities on salient issues that are affecting children. And we hope that everyone will be able to join hands together with us to make this world a better place, because we understand that the family unit is the bedrock of every society. If we're able to get it right in our homes, then our societies will definitely get it right. And God bless you all. So I've dropped the link to the community on the chat. If you're new, if you're joining us for the first time and you would like to be part of us, please click the link and we'll reach out to you from there. Thank you. So good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining this meeting. And once again, I want to say thank you to Sister Joy. Thank you for such an awesome session. It's been highly impactful. Trust me, you have changed lives tonight. You have impacted our lives. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.